Hello everyone. I welcome you all in my channel. In my today's video, I'll talk about the most important challenge which DevOps engineer is facing at this point of time and how to enhance your skills, how to make yourself more and more optimal enough to crack interviews, to be presentable enough in front of interviewer. So watch this videos till end to get ample amount of knowledge on how to be more presentable, how to be more confident, and how to gain access to lab setup to do all sort of practicals to convert your theoretical knowledge into practical experiences. If you did not subscribe my channel yet, please subscribe my channel so that you remain updated with all the recent videos which I'm posting. So now let me just give a background. I'm in this teaching profession for very long, nearly a decade it's been. Things are much different in 2025 than the way it was in 2015. In 2015, more challenges to the students were to gain theoretical knowledge. Their attention was more towards gaining theoretical knowledge, which helped them to get a job. But now in 2025, having theoretical knowledge only is not enough to get a job. Now, along with the theoretical knowledge, you must have practical experience also. You must have to have knowledge of different types of scenarios which you have worked on, different type of industry based real time projects which you have seen, all the different types of challenges, errors, issues which you have seen, which you can only get if you do practicals, if you practice a lot. And that is what the expectation is from interviewer. And when you sit for interview, they ask mostly the question about scenarios. Now that is where mostly the candidates get confused. They start thinking, okay, from where I'll get the real time scenario based question? First of all, from where I'll get the real time scenarios which I can practice and enhance my scenarios knowledge. And that is what I'm going to talk about. Another challenge which candidates do have at this point is which tool to choose, how to make myself competent enough to gain knowledge almost in all the tools, which is following DevOps practice. What is the better workflow which I can have? What is the better workflow which I can follow, a better roadmap which I can follow by means of which I'll be able to get the knowledge by which will make me more presentable in front of interviewers. This is one of the very important reason why candidates are not able to crack interviews at this point of time because they don't have understanding or knowledge of real time scenarios on variety of tools which is available at this point of time. Understanding that is very much important. Candidates get confused even though they are trying to do practicals. They get confused which tools to learn first, whether the tools are dependent on each other. And that is a very common question which students and candidates ask me at this point of time. Which tool should I learn first? Is the first tool dependent on second, or is the second dependent on first? Which practicals I should do today which will give me better understanding of what I'm going to do tomorrow? What to do today, what to do tomorrow, which tool to learn first, which tool to learn later, which scenarios I should learn first so that it will help me to work on and understand any of the future scenarios are some very commonly asked question to me at this point of time. Other than this, one of the very commonly asked question to me at this point is whether I need to install all the tools in my laptop, in my computer, whether my computer will support all those labs, where should I create all those labs and all, so that I can make my setup of my own and can practice all the labs, practice labs thoroughly, which will boost my confidence. That is another challenge. Should I create my lab setup there in AWS cloud or in Azure cloud? In AWS cloud, if I'm creating EC2 instances, then it's costing me a lot. It's maintenance of those EC2 instances, or if I follow Azure, then maintenance and costing of those virtual machine are too high. What to do? How to create my own lab setup? So basically, I'm talking about two very, very important reasons why candidates are not able to practice thoroughly. First thing is they're missing a proper roadmap, what tool to learn first, which what to do today, what to do tomorrow. And second thing is from where I will be able to set up a lab properly. And that is what this video is about. In this video, I finally get it. I finally get the platform where I can just create, I'll get the lab, which with that lab, I'll be able to practice all the scenarios. And talking about the scenarios, this platform will also provide me plenty of scenarios to work on, plenty of real time scenarios, real time projects to work on, to think about, and to practice also. And that platform is nothing but Code Cloud. Yes, Code Cloud is going to provide me similar sort of setup which I'm referring to. It will give me real time scenarios also, so that I no need to struggle about, okay, which real time scenario should I practice, which and in a proper flow, in a proper order, so that I will practice first thing first, and second thing second, third thing third, and fourth thing fourth. And after I'm done with that, I'll be able to publish that in my public profile maybe, and I'll be able to obtain badges also. So let's go through the quick demo to understand what this code cloud in and how it is going to help you. So in order to show you demo, first thing what you have to do is you have to do sign up. You have to sign up in Code Cloud and you have to create an account. Signing up in Code Cloud is very much easy. In order to sign up, you click on the Code Cloud. This is the site. And here you hit on, you can do sign up by using your Google account also. So what I'm doing is at this site, which is identity.codecloud.com/registration, I'm just clicking on the Google icon, which is present here. As I click on Google icon, it is going to take me to the place where I have to push my Google account, put my Google account, and it will allow me to sign in. As you will put your Google account, it will help you to sign in. I'll put that and I'll come back again. Okay, so here I am. As I logged in into Code Cloud, as I signed up into Code Cloud, I searched for the option which says 100 days practice course. After you sign up, you just go to Google, and in Google, search for Code Cloud 100 days of DevOps. As you search for Code Cloud 100 days of DevOps, the first option which opens up is 100 days of DevOps. You click on that. As you click on that, you see this window opens and comes in front of you. What it says, master the most in demand DevOps tool the hands on way. And it's absolutely free of cost. So for 100 days, you will get daily micro task. You will get built in portfolio also. You will get the knowledge of real time tools. You will get the knowledge of real skills also. And after completion of each of the challenge which it's producing, you will get a verified badge also. So yes, it will provide you a badge as well, which you can publish to different folios, different forums. Okay, so now I click on Start Now, and I'll show you what are the different things you get when you click on Start Now. As I click on Start Now, okay, so as I click on Start Now, the next page which opens in front of me is this, which says Code Cloud and active practices, curriculum, progress. Also, it says about completed thing, pending thing, unblocked thing, and logged thing at this point of time. So as you will start this course, and as you will keep completing each of the scenarios, you will move and you will be able to unlock each of the scenarios one after the other. So now after you get this, click on the start button, which you are seeing at this point of time. At this point of time, I have 0 batches, as you can see, and I have no specific points also available with me at this point of time. Now click on start. As I click on start, you see it's giving me all the courses ranging from 1 to 100 days. And this is all about different sort of scenarios. It talks about Linux using simple user setup with non-interactive shell. It also talks about create a cron job, all the Linux things. And in order to learn DevOps, the first thing which you need to understand is all the Linux command, because DevOps is mostly based out of Linux platform. Various other workflows, various other scenarios, which is a part of your roadmap, will be how to work on Git, how to work on Docker containers, how to work on Kubernetes, how to work on different sort of other scenarios, Jenkins, Ansible, working on AWS scenarios, creating VPCs and various networking components of AWS also. So this is all well structured. Now you don't need to worry about what to do first, what to do next. Everything is structured and is presented to you by using this specific platform, which I get it. So now start using it. So now let me just give you a demo of day one. So what happens once you click on this one of the, say, one of the scenario. Say I'm clicking on the day one scenario. So you will get every day, if you're a free user, you will get 30 days, you will get 30 minutes. You will be able to spend approximately 30 minutes to 1 hour for each of the lab every day. And if the lab is lengthy, then you will get the duration till 3 hours also. If the lab or the scenario is bit lengthy and time consuming, then you will get the duration till 3 hours also. So no need to worry about timestamp or the restricted time duration for which any of the lab will be available. So now I'm going to click on first scenario, click on start. Now, as I clicked on start, it took me to another page where it will give me the scenario detailing about the scenario. Okay, so now this window opens to you. Now this window says that, you see what it says, you have a task and the duration which is available to complete this task is approximately 1 hour. So this lab will be there with you for next 1 hour. What it says it is giving you a not only the task, but it is also going to give you a well defined scenario which you are going to use to complete this task. What it says: to accommodate the backup agent tools specification, the system admin team at Fusion Corp Industries requires the creation of a user with a non-interactive shell. Here is your task. So it's giving you basically the scenarios which you need to use, which you need to work on to complete this specific task. It is going to give you a scenario also, and you need to follow this scenario. You need to complete this scenario in the time which is given 1 hour. Now what it says create a user named James with a non-interactive shell on app server 2. So now there are multiple tasks in this. If you'll understand this scenario properly, then it says first switch to the app server 2, this specific app server you switch into. And after you switch into this app server 2, you have to create a user. The user name is James. And this is the scenario which you are given for this. So this is the wonderful scenario which you can talk about in your interview also when it's been asked. So the first thing which you have to do is you have to get the details of app server 2. To get the details of this app server 2, you have this option, details of all users and servers. So just click on this. Okay. So now, as you can see, in this specific detail of the server, I am getting, okay, fine. What is the details of app server 2? The details of app server 2 is this. App 2, also it says app server 2, this IP address, this is the host name, username, and password, all the details it's giving me. So now what I have to do is the first thing I have to connect to this specific server. So in order to connect to this specific server, what I have to do, I'll execute the command SSH, give the username. What is the username in this case? Steve, and this is the host name. So I'm going to copy the host name, and I'll say Steve at the rate and paste the host name and hit enter. As I'm hitting enter, it says, are you sure you want to continue connecting? I'll say yes to it. And I'm connected to this server being a user who is Steve. It's asking for the password of Steve, and I'll just copy the password from here, and I'll come back here and paste in. Hit enter. And as I hit enter, you see it says that I am logged in as Steve user and I'm into app server 2. So my first task completed at this point. I'm into app server 2. Now next task is to create a user which is James. Now in order to create a user, it's a basic Linux command which you need to execute. That is user add, and you give the name of the user. Just use the simplest command which you can execute. Give the name of the user James. As you hit enter, it says permission denied, which is very much obvious. But we being a DevOps engineer, we get sudo privileges in the server where we work, and we use sudo in front of each of the command which we execute. So let's do that. Let's write sudo user add and give the name of user as James. Hit enter. It says give the password when you are using sudo user. Now come back here again, copy the password. Let's go back to your server and paste it and hit enter. As I'm hitting enter, it says, okay, fine, it's done. Now let's see if the user is created or not. In order to check if the user is created, I'll just type the command ID space user, which I have created just now, which is James. Hit enter, and it says, yes, the user James is created. It's not as in you can just wait in this specific task only. You have still 53 minutes left. So in this 53 minutes, this lab is for you. This lab is meant for you, so you can do anything which you wish to. If you want to create another user, you want to do any of the other tasks for which you need a lab which is of Linux operating system, this lab is open for you. You can do anything which you wish to do for next 1 hour, for next 52 minutes, which is available for me at this point of time. But for now, as of now, my task is done. So as the task is done, I'm going to click on check. You see the check option is there because you have to complete this so that you can unlock your next scenario.